Good morning, lovelies. Ah, so today is finally fall. It's September 23rd. Fall equinox is September 22nd. So we're finally in the fall season. So I thought I'll get into the fall mood, decorate my bookshelves a little, drink some tea in my fall cup. And I'm actually currently reading a book on my fall TBR, Arcana Academy. So the goal for today's reading vlog, because this is going to be a one-day reading vlog, I am trying to finish Arcana Academy because my loan goes out in the next 5 hours today for Libby for the audiobook. I might not be able to finish the audiobook while reading along with it on time because I calculated I have 6 more hours and I have 5 hours to listen to the audiobook. So I'm gonna listen to the 5 hours and then the last hour I'll just read the book by myself. So yeah, that's the goal today, just to finish up Arcana Academy and talk all about it. I am enjoying it. I might pick up another book because the reason why I wanted to do this was because I wanted to pick up something else, but I am a reader that likes to read one book at a time. So if I don't finish a book, I feel terrible and it's so hard to move along to the next book because of that. So that is why I wanted to just knock this one off in one day because I've been reading it for the past 4 days now, very slowly. It's not that I'm not enjoying it. I just been like very much not in the mood to just sit down and just read for a long period of time. So I've just been reading in short spurts, and that's why we're here now, where my loan is going to go back to the library and I want to hurry up and finish this book, even though I'm not going to finish it on time because 5 hours to listen to 6 hours more of this book is impossible. So yeah, but I'm fine reading the last couple pages physically by myself because I have been doing that anyways. I've been reading physically and the audio at the same time, but I just love the audio. I love the narrator's voice. So that's why I'm going to continue the majority of the book this way because I am only like 37% of the way through this book. So yeah, the goal is to finish it today. It is about this lady. It is about this girl. She is a thief. We meet her in Halazar. Halazar is a prison in this fantasy world, and this prince, he owns this academy. He's the second prince. He owns this academy. He comes and basically rescues her from this prison, but in a way that you wouldn't know that he rescued her, basically because he's trying to show face, that he's like this evil prince. And the whole premise of this book is surrounded about tarot cards. So the magic system, these people use tarot cards, and there's I believe 21 cards. Yes, it's a whole plot line surrounding these cards and the magic system there, and they are the main girl and the prince, they are trying to find this one card called the Whirl. It's like this unique card that is believed to be legend that doesn't actually exist. It's like a master, what's it? A master arcana card. That's what they call it. Something of that sort. Yeah, I'm going to continue reading it and see where it goes. I do love the little intense chemistry between her and the prince so far, but it isn't really a fantasy romance. I would say it's a fantasy with a bit of romance. I do have a mini book haul to show you. I bought a few beautiful books earlier this week. So first off, I have here Soul Gazer, which is also on my fall TBR. It's so beautiful. It's a pirate fantasy romance. So he's a pirate and she's like a magical being. Her father married her off to some evil guy, but the pirate rescues her and they have this deal with each other, and they are both on this journey to find something. I don't remember what it was, but I'm excited to read this one soon, probably in October because I'm very behind in September with my TBR. Then I have this beautiful The Wolf and the Woodsman by Ava Reed. I do have A Theory of Dream by Ava Reed that I want to read very soon in October as well, but this is also a book by her. I think this was a new release, like special edition. It's so beautiful. I never read this one by her, but I've always wanted to. So once I saw it in the store, I was like, oh, let me pick that up. But I always wanted to read it, and here's a beautiful edition of it. So why not? Very fall-esque, right? And this one right here is so beautiful. I recently read this one. Unfortunately, I didn't get to publish my reading vlog on that because I was sick afterwards. So I never finished the reading vlog, but I love this so much. It's definitely a young adult book that I would recommend to a lot of teenagers. It's definitely giving young adult, but it's Blood Moon. It's all about this girl. She is in this small town where her mother disappeared a few years ago, like 5 years ago, where in this town there's like these stories about werewolves and vampires, mostly werewolves though, where these werewolves came from Africa, and they were following these vampires that moved to the Americas to basically run away from the werewolves, but the werewolves still followed them and destroyed them one by one. But there's this whole story of, but this werewolf and this vampire fell in love, and they're like, is that true or not? But in the modern day, she goes to this university, it's her first year, and all these stuff happen with wolves and attacks, and her wondering whether or not it's real or not, the stories are real or not. And it was very fun. I love the cover, I love the spine. It's a very beautiful book. I enjoyed it. I give it 4.25 stars. Definitely recommend to read during the fall time. It was definitely given those Wattpad days where I used to read about werewolves and vampires. I really enjoyed reading it because of that. So yeah, it's my little book haul. Three very beautiful books. Oh my goodness. I have a little less than 2 hours with the audiobook until it returns back to the library. So I'm not going to be making it for sure because I have 3 hours of audiobook listening time in the book itself. So yeah, Arcane Academy, I'm still listening to it. It's great. But I found out I have 5 hours left on my Spotify. So my Spotify audiobook listening hours, I have 5 hours left. And also it renews later on today. So I'll have an additional 15 hours of Spotify audiobook listening time as well. So I'll be able to finish this entirely with the audiobook for sure. I forgot about Spotify, to be honest. But since this is a 20-hour long audiobook, I was not going to listen to this book on Spotify because they only give you 15 hours for one audiobook. So 20 hours wouldn't have cut it. That's why I had requested from the library, but it took so long to read it. And obviously, I can't renew it because people are waiting, and I don't want to have people waiting forever because of me taking so long to read it when they did give it to me, you know? But yeah, I'm really enjoying it. It's getting somewhere for sure. I have not really read like a high fantasy in a while. These days, I've just been listening to more light fantasies. So this is very new for me, like having to focus on the world building. It's like very heavy world building and the magic system. So that is something I haven't done in a while with a book. So that's been very interesting, very fun at the same time. But I'm just like, wow, when's the last time I read a serious fantasy book, you know? Because like I've been like a Tekin Fisher girl, and she writes fantasies that are serious, but at the same time, it's a lot of jokes in there. And I find that I love it more, the fantasies that are more fun with humor and stuff, than I do like the more serious high fantasies, which I started off as a reader for those, but then it made me get into reading stuff a whole lot. So that's why I switched on, and I found that I read much stronger and better when I just pick up more lighter fantasies. And I love cozy fantasies. Like that is a type of genre that I really love reading, that I'll forever love reading. But occasionally here and there, I do love a good hefty fantasy book. And that is what this is for sure. The magic system is strong. The romance is there for sure, but like it's not like in your face, which I love that. I love that it's not like in your face, and it's very slowly moving along the way, which I love that. I don't like it when it's so like quick and like, what do you call it? Like they fall in love so fast that it's just unbelievable. Like, that's not happening here. You can see that they're slowly getting to trust each other because they're enemies based on like where they come from in this world, you know. And yeah, it's moving along. I'm a bit scared for the main girl. Like, I feel like she's in some dangerous territory right now. I don't know, and I feel like someone's gonna betray her or something. I don't know, but I'm gonna continue reading and see what happens. But yeah, I definitely am going to be able to finish it today. So today's going well with this reading vlog, I guess, because that's the goal, to finish Academy. And I'm 70% of the way, so I have 30% more to go. And the one thing about books, once you hit that 20%, 30% mark, I always fly through the last percentage of the book. The last few 20% or so is almost much more fast moving, but because that's when the tempo is like speeding up and you're getting more to like the plot line. The plot is like picking up more and you get into that end point, so it moves along much faster, and I read it much faster because of the pacing is moving faster, you know. Like, I feel like as readers we read slower in the beginning because you're slowly getting information about the characters. Once you know everything about them, you just start reading faster. You're like, okay, I want to know what happens next, you know. So that's how I am as a reader. Once the pacing is picked up, I read faster too. I don't know if I'm explaining that right, but Arcana Academy, gonna continue reading it. So yeah, my audiobook returned back to Libby. So I'm currently listening on Spotify. I'm at chapter, what is it, 53? So almost done. And I have enough hours left, because it was 5 hours I had left on my audiobook listening time today on Spotify. And by the time it returned back to Libby, I had 4 hours left. So just enough to continue reading Arcana Academy. And I have to say, I'm getting really scared. Like, the further along I get with this book, I'm getting so scared as to what's going to happen with the main character. I'm trying to find my chapter because I was listening mainly while working on my puzzle pieces, which I am still working on that. It's been what? Almost a month now since I think I started doing this puzzle in late August. And we're in late September now. So probably are the reason month. I haven't really counted exactly. So we'll see. But yeah, I have less than 100 pages of Arcana Academy, so I'm going to finish it within the next hour. And I'm going to try and work some more on the puzzle pieces, do some puzzling basically. I don't know if I want to, I feel like I'm in the mood to watch something, so I might rewatch like an old, like, fall-esque show or fall movie maybe. I don't know, just something to keep me in the mood, like the fall mood, since in Florida it is definitely getting dreary here and very like gloomy looking because of the weather. It's raining a lot, the clouds are always, you know, cloudy, which is I expected during the fall time. Not much sun, but at the same time it's still hot. So I like to be inside and turn my AC down and just get cozy with my blanket, which I bought 2 blankets recently. This one right here I bought, and then I have this other dark green one that's like dark woodsy green vibes. But this is my favorite one out of the 2 that I bought for sure. So yeah, I'm gonna continue reading Arcana Academy. I'm really enjoying it. It's definitely a strong 4-star vibe for real. I am looking forward to reading book 2, but let's see the outcome with our girl in here. What happens next with her? Well, the sun is about to set, so I'm about to get cozy and watch some shows. I think I'm gonna probably watch The Addams Family or a Scooby film, because I was looking at all movies to watch, and I just noticed that I never actually watched The Addams Family. I did watch Wednesday Addams, like that new show, and I really loved it. I didn't watch season 2. I wasn't interested in season 2, but I just realized I never watched the original Addams Family, so that's one option of what I could watch for today. But like, I know for sure I want to watch that. I'm not sure if I want to watch it today or like in October, you know. And I did finish Arcana Academy. I'm gonna give it a solid 4 stars. Like, I really enjoyed it, but like, it was very slow moving for me. Like, some points I got uninterested, but I did actually love the whole plot line and the whole fantasy element in there with the magic system. Although I didn't really totally understand the magic system. I'm not gonna lie. Like, whenever they were describing the fight scenes and stuff, I just couldn't imagine like how they were using the tarot cards. Like, was it just appearing in midair and like hitting the people when they were fighting with it, or what? I didn't understand like the manifestation of the cards and like how it worked when they were battling. So that's one thing for sure. Like, wasn't well explained in my opinion. It was just like, and these 3 of Swords or whatever came up, and a sword appeared. I'm like, I don't know how that happened, but like, I don't know. And like, does it have to be 3 of them together for it to manifest the physical thing that is on the card? I didn't really understand that part about the book, but I did enjoy the battle and stuff. And kind of looking forward to book 2, but maybe not totally gonna read it. Maybe I did enjoy reading this one, but like not enough where I'm super excited for book 2. Like, I can't wait. Like, maybe when next year comes around and it releases, I might pick it up. I might not. Who knows? But yeah, it was a good read regardless. It was around all the seasons. I picked up solely because it was an academy book. I love reading about academic settings, and that it definitely fed that need in me where I wanted to read a book about academic settings and a fantasy element. I would discover that with an in the Ashes that I love reading about a school with like magic happening at the same time, but like also like a whole war or like a battle between the students at the same time. Though with Arcana Academy now, it wasn't only an academic setting, there was also like rulers like kings and queens involved as well, along where I mentioned where there was a second prince, a first prince, and then there was a whole entire king. So the king was also involved with the school itself. So yeah, it wasn't only about like the students fighting against each other, academic rivalry, and trying to step up in their elements and stuff like that. It wasn't only that, it was also a whole I guess you could say court politics going on as well. Yeah, it was like kind of that as well that was happening. And that part I was uninterested in, to be honest. The actual school setting, I enjoyed that more when it was mentioned, but the outside of that, I wasn't enjoying that so much. And there was a lot of untrustworthy characters in here. And I honestly, it took so long to get to some stuff that was mentioned in the synopsis that I was just like, is it ever going to be mentioned? But like, it was mentioned the last 100 pages. Yeah. So 4 stars. It was great, but not amazing, I would say. So that's my thoughts on Arcana Academy. It was a great day reading it. I finally accomplished that, and I was able to finish it on Spotify with an hour left. An hour left, yeah. 1 hour left of my listening time, which I'm gonna make it roll over into the new 15 hours. Because like, what am I gonna do with 1 hour? You know. I've been thinking though, I really want to listen. I really want to read a graphic novel with like a fall vibe to it, but I can't find any. I don't know if anyone's watching this, like if you know any fall type themed graphic novels, and not even have to be fall, but like a dark setting graphic novel, like with like something magical happening at the same time, but like the art style is a bit like gloomy looking, or even just like, what do you call it, like a lot of orange coloring and stuff like that. Like, I don't know exactly what I want. I just want a nice looking graphic novel with like a nice storytelling at the same time, probably like about witches or something, I don't know, but something a bit magical. I've been looking and I haven't found anything that I haven't read already. So that would be nice if anyone out there has anything in mind that you can recommend down in the comments. But yeah, so this is my day of reading coming to an end. I'm all finished reading. I'm just gonna go watch a show now, or a movie. We'll be deciding that later. But thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you in my next reading vlog. So goodbye for now.